You tuned in to WWRN, home of urban classics. We're what radio needs. You tuned in to The Essence with Immakkulate Milz. Staying clear to closing doors. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Thursdays. 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. You are tuned in. Alright, to WWRN 1620 AM, home of the urban classics. Alright, and it's that time, man. It is that time for The Essence. I am your host, Immakkulate Milz. Got a nice show for y'all this week. For y'all that's just tuning in and new to this, welcome. This is what we do. We start at the beginning of the track, of the ride. You board this train, and when them doors close, keep your limbs, your head, all in the window, because we are not responsible for any collateral damage. You get your helmet, your grapefruit knocked off, and all that, paying attention to the scenery, things of that nature. You know what I mean? So just, this is what we do. I'm gonna take you through the boroughs of hip-hop, man, on that track. And as we stop at certain stops, let a few people off, let a few people on, and we continue, man. And then we come out from under the Hudson and then take it out to the regions. That's how we do here, man. This is what we do. I also got a special guest coming through today, too. This evening. All right, I'm bringing him all the way from the West Coast. So tune into that, man. It's an independent artist doing his thing, putting his dizzle down. And I'll let him tell you what it is that he does, because he can tell you better than I can. I'd just be ad-libbing at this point. Alright, so we're going to talk to him during the show. And as I tell y'all, this here, the statement of my show is a classic with a digital flow. Alright, so that's what we do, man. Give you something new with a feel to it. Keep you on the edge. That is the statement here. And boy, you're going to be on the edge today. This evening, you're going to be on the edge. So, when we get to that part, and I bring that brother in. Alright? Now, as always, I got some things for y'all, man. Ooh, I got a nice little lineup. Nice. A little east, a little west, a little dirty mixed in with the east and the west. That's how we gonna do, man. Alright? I hope your honey bun hump day was good, because mine's was. You know what I mean? Some call this the legendary Thursday, throwback Thursday. Me, I call it the urban classic Thursday. 9 p.m. to 11. That's how we doing. And if you can't get enough of what we doing, stay tuned, man, because we do the best of Essence from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Alright, so buckle up. Y'all know what it is. We gonna ride out, man. Hit y'all a couple of combinations and we come back and talk about it. Alright, The Essence, WWRN 1620 AM, home of the urban classics, with your boy Mills. Let's go, man. We ain't playing. Yes, sir. Ooh, that first segment, man. Y'all know how we do. Yes, sir. We got somebody calling in. Let me see what's going on. Yes, you're live on The Essence with Immakkulate Milz. Who we got on the line?
This is C-zar Wisemen. How you doing?
C-zar, what's up, brother?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm gracious, man, and we got you right on time. I know you called before too, and these technical difficulties sometimes. You know, these machines, these computers, man, they have a mind of their own. You know what I mean?
So that's true. That's the modern day technology, man.
Listen, I got you live with me right now with the Essence community out there. You gonna rock out with me. Let me just give them the quick playlist that I gave them. We gonna get right to you, brother. All right? As y'all hearing us right now as we speaking, I started off the top of this segment with Return of the Funky Man. Lord Finesse digging in the crates, man. And right behind that, we gave you Lord Tariq and Peter Guns. Uptown, baby. Deja Vu. You know what I mean? Then we took it over to the West Coast. I hit you with the No Vaseline disc, man, with Ice Cube. And when I say he went in, that brother went in. Oh, man, did he go in. Classic right there. Salute to Ice Cube and salute to the whole NWA, man. Because without those tribulations going on, we wouldn't have even got that great song and all the great music they gave us. So salute to all them brothers, man. And right behind that, we gave you Nate Dogg featuring Warren G. Nobody does it better. It's another legend right there, man. Rest in power to the late, great Nate Dogg, man. And right behind that, we finished it out with Super Cat featuring Puff Daddy. We gave you Biggie and the brothers there with that situation. So that's how we started the top of that segment off, man. So we got my brother here. C-zar here, brother. We gonna get right into it. I want you, let's ask the people. I want the people to know. I want to ask you, where do you reside? Where you coming from, brother?
I reside right here, right in Los Angeles, California, Southern Cali, man. Right out in the palm trees and beaches.
Palm trees. Is it true it never rains in Southern California? That's what I was told.
Well, yeah, you know that. Yeah, that's the song, but that's somewhat of a myth because it's been raining here since December. So, yes, it does rain out here.
Yeah, see, and y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from a resident that's out there, born and raised. All right, it's Tony.
Well, actually, I'm actually was born and raised in VA. Actually, I got the best of two worlds of, as you can say, with the weather. I experienced all 4 seasons there, and I experienced the sunny out here. So
okay, so you from the East and you doing the West.
Yeah, I'm doing both.
Okay,
maybe the South later down the line.
All right, so how old were you when you moved to when you took it out to the West Coast?
I was already an adult, man. I was like about 27 by that time when I moved to the West Coast.
Okay.
I've been coming out here for years, but I just decided to stay because I love the Cali energy, you know.
Yeah, I was fortunate to go out twice, and I must say, man, from what the little bit of time that I was out there, I'm looking forward to getting back out there. I'm looking forward, man. Oh, it is beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's cool out here. I like the brothers and sisters out here. They're very thorough. They about that game out here. They about their hustle out here. I like it. It has its ups and downs like everything else. But,
salute. Yes, sir. You hit it right on the head. And I don't mean to cut you, brother. That you just brought back the memories when I came out there. And from listeners, what you see, for those that have never been to the West, or you view it from however you see it, YouTube, from TV, whatever you've seen, that's one thing that this brother just said that I've seen and witnessed. It's you getting the clean version. It's all what is cracked up to be out there.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's definitely real out here. Like I said, when it comes to brothers putting in the work, whether it's dealing with white supremacy or not, they put in the work. It's very certain parts out here is very pro-black out here, and I like it, especially Crenshaw. That's the spot. So any black folks that want to visit certain parts of LA, I definitely recommend. That's one of the spots because they still keep it black out there.
Well, that's, for me, that's beautiful. And for many others, I know that is. And being that you said that, give the listeners the origin of how you came about doing your music and the message that you're trying to get across.
Okay. As I said briefly, I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia, and I actually started out writing poetry, and then the poetry was starting to sound like lyrical content, started sounding like raps, so I converted to that. Always been a big fan of old school hip hop from the 80s and 90s. I'm not going to debate on what era is the best, because all of it's great to me. All the artists of that time's great.
Absolutely.
And early 2000s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then it inspired me to want to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? As I grew, I started taking it serious around 17 years old, and then from then on, I went through the process of developing my craft, putting myself around people in the local Charlottesville area that was doing their thing, and out of state through connections. And then I finally were able to release my first single, which was called "I Hold My Own." And then that led into the 13-track LP, The New Testament. And then from then on, I was starting to put out singles, albums. I had my own group that was featured on that album too. And then, like I said, as time progressed, I started developing C-zar Wisemen, and I started developing my message, which is basically, I call it reality rap. You know what I'm saying? I basically talk about things that go on in the past that still affects us black folks today. I talk about my life. I talk about other people's lives that I experienced that may not have the lyrical ability to express their struggles and things, but I'm able to be their megaphone. I'm able to be their microphone to tell people, hey, you're not the only one struggling. I talk about, like I said, reality rap. I talk about reality stuff, man. I do a little storytelling too that's mixed with reality, but that's what I like to dub my music. So anybody that likes that type of hip hop, it's not turned up rap. No disrespect. It's not that. I respect those brothers too, but it's mostly I just talk about the everyday struggle for black folks.
And we need
and
that.
My struggle too.
We need that.
Yeah, especially in this era, and I think it's definitely way overdue.
Yeah, it's way overdue because it was prevalent before. That's what hip hop was about, and it still is.
Exactly.
It was about expressing to the world what we feel and what we going through. And like you said, no disrespect to what's going on, but the diversity is missing. And I'm glad there's brothers like yourself or sisters that still have that essence in them, because it's needed. And we need when you got a dish, it's about ingredients. It's just not one ingredient in it. You can't have everything just the same. We need that diversity. So we need that, and that's a beautiful thing. Because once again, man, it's like it's beautiful on a fresh air. That's exactly what it is, man. Definitely. I'd like you to also, while we got you here, give us your highest point that you felt that was your ultimate high so far dealing with hip hop and doing music, becoming an artist and so forth, and also give us what you felt was your lowest point.
Okay, I'll start with the lowest point actually.
Okay,
and then we go up high.
It's cool.
The lowest point was when. There was a few, but the one that stood out to me was, I was at the local radio station in my hometown in Charlottesville, and I was promoting a single. This has happened to be in 2000, early 09. I just released a single 2 months earlier, November 08, promoting me and my group. Well, me and my homie, because a few left the group, and it was a pretty conscious record. It was about abortion. And it was supposed to originally be off the indie film that I was supposed to be in, but never was released. I took it to the radio station and had it played to the public, hoping to have someone feel, particularly women, And cats were calling up, telling the homie, take that whack shit off, man. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And it took me back. It took me back a little bit because like you said earlier about balance. Everyone was feeling the tracks. They were playing the the up tempo club banging beats, but songs, but they weren't feeling my shit. Excuse my language.
Yeah, we got that FA all over us, no doubt.
Yeah, all right. And then so they called up and saying that, but then when there was other cats that came in behind me, they got all the love. And me personally, I wasn't hating, I wasn't jealous of anything, but in my opinion, I didn't get mad or anything. But I sat back and listened, and in my opinion, I thought that that I thought mine was better. I was being a little biased maybe, but I had a message compared to theirs. But that was probably one of my lowest points, that my own hometown trashed my stuff. So, but that was the lowest point that I can remember.
Okay.
And my highest point was probably when the very opposite, when I had to have people actually know you in your town and like your stuff and walk up to you and ask for, like, wanted to collaborate or ask them to help you or one basically almost admiring your work more than who was in mainstream spotlight. That was a good feeling because I didn't know them, but they knew me, and the feeling of calling you, saying, quoting your music, and just that feel of someone that was actually coming off like a fan. That felt good. That felt good. Nothing above the money, above all that. Just the fact that people was coming up to me, noticing me, and giving actual props and actually recognizing the work and respecting it. That was probably the opposite of what I just told you about the downside. So that you're going to have people that like it, you're going to have people that don't. And that taught me early on that not everybody's going to agree with everything you say, but not everybody's going to down it either.
By all means. And once again, diversity, balance. This is what it's all about. And regardless whether they don't agree or dislike, I like the fact that what you're saying, you're staying true to who you are. There's no rehearsal to being who you are for anybody. That's the best you can be. Stick to your guns and do what you do instead of trying to please everyone, because you can't. Just give your best of who you are and what you have to offer and let the rest take care of itself. You know what I mean? Okay. So what I want you to do, brother, I want you to let everybody know where they can reach you, and also with your merchandise and your projects that you have going, where they get to you to get your projects and what you have up and coming.
Okay. My company site is philosophyent.com. That's where you can get all the merchandise and other things like all my projects, all my music singles. And also the current project that's out called White America's Nightmare. That's my current album. If anybody want to check that out, that's on my website. Once again, philosophyent.com. Also, you can go on youtube.com/philosophyent, soundcloud.com/philosophy-ent. And that's where you can reach me. That's where if you want to send an email and everything and want to talk or whatever, or if you want to, maybe one day collaborate, because I am taking on new artists now. I'm taking the company to a new level and looking for new acts that want to get down. I'm old school with this. I do believe in artist development. So, send me your work and we'll talk.
Well, that's
also.
Pardon me. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And also new projects. I got actually a new pair of sneakers coming out called the C-zar Wisemen. They're an athletic shoe, and that they definitely looking nice. They definitely looking nice. They got my twist to it. I got some designers working with me with it, and that will be arriving soon, later this year. Don't have a date yet, but I'll keep everybody informed if they want to know more. And new projects. I'm always working on new stuff, man. I'm thinking about trying to put out a fourth album while I'm promoting this third album, because I want to keep that fresh material going. I want to keep people informed. I want to keep things moving. I don't want to do no disappearing act and come back. I want to stay relevant.
Yes, sir. Consistency.
These times, you know.
Consistency is the key. Well, with that new sneaker you got, with you keeping people informed what's going on, we're going to do that as well up here from the Essence, WWRN. Like I said, brother, you are definitely some new air coming through, new season, because it's needed. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I salute you for that. You know, you're standing in on your own foundation and doing you. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to holler at you too, behind the scenes. Once I finish my show up, I'm gonna give you a call later on this evening as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I know we, 3 hours. So with me calling you, it won't be late. But you could definitely, I'm gonna be hitting you up. All right. And before I sign off with you, we have one of your joints up here called Heat.
Word.
And what I would like for you to do real quick is introduce it to the listeners, man. And we're gonna go right into that.
Okay. This is the first single off the album I was just briefly talking about that's out now, White America's Nightmare. The first single is called Heat, produced by my man Phil the Beat. Be out there, shout out to you, homie. And it's basically talking about black folks defending themselves against white supremacy, and I hope you all like it.
There you go. Live right here, man, on the Essence with Immakkulate Milz. We got C-zar, my man from Wisemen. That's how we do, man. Salute to you, brother. All right?
Thank you.
Y'all enjoy this, man. I'll holler at you later, bro.
All right, yo.
All right. Let's go, y'all.
Peace.
Philosophy Entertainment. I believe in the
This is a world premiere. A world premiere.
Self-defense, white supremacist.
Remove it. Yeah, the carnivore's out of me. Yes. Salute to my brother C-zar, man. Wisemen. From Southern Cal out there, the west side. If y'all just tuning in, man, you missed a very interesting interview with this brother. And something tells me, because I'm definitely going to speak to him, something tells me we're going to have a lot more to hear from this brother to come, because what he's speaking on is real. White supremacy. And as always, when things are given to people, the message is misconstrued, is taken out of context. You have to pay attention to what's going on out there. This is society that we live in. If you're sitting out there saying right now, if you are of that particular culture, oh, it's white supremacy, but then it's black power, and it's... You look at society, there will be no need for black people to give a call for black culture to stand together and unify and rise up if it wasn't for white supremacy. Stepping on people of culture, of color, of culture, and taking pure advantage. If I'm lying, prove me wrong. Just look at our justice system. A black individual and a white individual go in front of a judge for the same crime. The black individual is going to get nailed to the wall, made another example of. Could have did better. He or she could have did better. There was no reason for this, or was no reason for that. The same white individual goes for that same crime. He or she was troubled as a youth. They got caught up in drugs. It's always an excuse. And once again, the hypocrisy to the whole entire situation is people sit around and act like what I'm saying doesn't take place. And you see it every day, smacking you in your face. From the idiot box and from Idiot Box Jr., which is the computer. Idiot Box, the TV, gave birth to Idiot Box Jr. Facts. That's what I'm speaking. And there's some people, or maybe a good percentage of people that won't like it. Oh, you clap at me all day. I'm merely speaking of what's going on, and I am not going to not speak about it. Because if I'm in the wrong, best believe people going to be on my assets to correct me and jump all over me. So have that same energy when what I'm saying or whoever's saying is in the right. You don't like hearing about things like this, of this nature, say, well, why do you keep bringing it up? Because it keeps happening, that's why. So we ain't bringing it up constantly, it just keeps happening. You don't like it? Make a change. What are you doing to make a difference? Because I know what I'm doing. And quite a few others out there, or many others out there, whatever the percentage is. Make a difference. I ain't just talking, but I'm using this platform that I have in addition to my daily life to make a difference. So salute to C-zar, man, for stepping out in his craft, which could be hammered and shut down in any possible way because he's speaking truth. And from what he's seeing. All right. So we played that, The Heat. And then we ended it with Houdini. You know what time it is now. Commercial free, baby. We going right into it. The Essence, WWRN 1620 AM. Home of the urban classics. You riding out with Milz. Let's go.
It's commercial free on
Mom, no commercials.
WWRN.
Doing it real big right now.
WWRN. We on fire.
Yay!
1620 classics.
Drop that on them, pimpin'.
Staying clear to closing doors. Watch your limbs. We ain't responsible for anything that happens out there.